One just lay them on top.
They're in the,
You ever see the show Worst Cooks in America? When the first episode where they brought in a person and his like signature dish was he took a whole chicken, put a Kraft single on top, and put it in the oven.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Like he didn't even cover the chicken; he just put one.
They just put like 2 or 3 Kraft singles on top of the chicken.
It's gross.
And baked it.
That's disgusting.
All right, well, I'm not going to use Kraft singles. I'm just going to use this like soggy ass curd.
Sweet cheese.
Let me dip into my secret stash of bullywug cheese.
Oh.
That's the worst sounding thing I've ever heard of.
I pull a really nasty looking kind of brownish yellow lump out of my pocket.
All right, perfect.
Buford, Buford, we're making an average.
Don't ask me where I got this.
I'm trying to kill people.
Don't ask me where I got
this. Is this edible to humans?
Okay.
Don't ask me where I got it.
So we've got a little too...
Or not. I don't want to ask.
Okay, so we've got...
I'm sure it'll be
We've
fine.
got a little too soggy lasagna noodles covered with some poorly chosen and poorly chopped vegetables. We've got some day-old, slightly too spicy tomato sauce, and some nasty-ass bullywug cheese on top.
I think the cheese is a little too much.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine. It's just toad cheese.
You might have gone a bit over the top there, but sure, put it all together.
All right, and now we just bake it for a little bit too long.
What if we bake it using Faustus's necromantic?
I don't want to
hellfire?
turn it a living.
Then they'll die.
I don't.
Yeah, it might also come back to life.
If you actually make anyone kill anyone or make anyone sick, then that will be too much.
I don't want to reenact Faustus.
Buford says with his mouth full of toad cheese.
I think it's good.
You don't want to make people dead. You just want to make people disappointed.
I think everybody will be perfectly happy with this.
We want to load it up with like 3-star Yelp reviews. Like,
okay, after it's done baking for a little bit too long, I scrape off the bullywug cheddar. But don't get it. I don't get it all.
You know what? I think it's pretty good.
Are you gonna eat that?
Yeah,
I'm willing to accept this as Your lasagna is now finished.
It off and into his mouth.
All right, and then we just cut it up into portions that are a bit too big.
They're like completely uneven. So like one plate has a ton, and another plate doesn't have much.
One plate
at
is
all.
just a noodle.
It's one noodle.
One noodle with some bullywug cheese. No, one plate is just the scraped off cheese from the top of the lasagna that I have.
Bullywug cheese is great. Puts hair on your chest.
You don't...
Alright, Magda appears satisfied with your horrible cooking, although looks a bit worried that you might have done too terrible a job and thus will kill one of her, kill some of the people there and get her, hung. But she seems cool with it nonetheless.
What if they like it? Is my fear.
I mean,
If they like
all we have to do is tell them
it's exotic.
Yeah, just tell them it's...
And then they hire us, and we get a job here, and so ends the campaign.
Yay.
All right.
She says, alright, you did a decent job, I suppose. Which is about what I wanted.
It's exactly...
Really, I mean, you did a decent job at doing a less decent job.
Did a decent job as Buford's like pulling cheese out of his armpits.
Ugh, she looks
Armpits?
disgust. Alright,
It's not from me.
I'll tell you what I was going to tell you, although in truth it's nothing more than a bit of gossip, really. You probably won't find it much interesting.
I love gossip.
Well, it's
She
we had to
says-
do this side quest to get it. I'm sure it's going to be good.
Word is, Lady Annabelle's been, you've seen her, right? Fin sword, wavy.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like she's about to fall over dead any moment.
We're pretty familiar.
She usually doesn't take much, in the way of meals, usually makes Mrs. Breakfast.
Seems like the kind of girl that gets shot in the back. You know what I'm saying?
She said, did you catch what I just
Yeah,
said?
she's a waif.
Yes, she doesn't take many meals.
She's a delicate waifu.
Lately, though, in the past week or so, that's changed. She still must be under stress or something because she's been eating a lot more.
Has she been eating, like, 2 people's worth of food, would you say?
I wouldn't say 2 people. She's been having a much bigger portions, though. Couldn't really... very different food than usual as well, you know.
She's preggers.
No! That's what I was thinking, too, you know. Women always get that way. So,
I just like that you use the word pregger.
I hate that word so much.
I know you hate that word. That's exactly why I used it.
I wonder what's going on with hers, but...
God damn it.
Well,
I also hate that.
Did we ever read the discarded notes that she had been writing?
You did. They were mostly like notes that you found on her table, but they were slightly different. They had a little bit.
Weren't they notes to some other dignitary?
They are notes to. They are notes to someone who is like a like not really relative, a sort of distant relative of hers, a man who's like apparently living in Dark Elf lands at the moment on business, and she's yeah.
So she's potentially pregnant and talking to people abroad.
The letter was pretty impersonal, though. It seemed like it didn't discuss anything very intimate.
No, it did. You're my baby daddy.
Sometimes you have to read between the lines in order to see that sort of thing.
Well, what were the lines again? Let's read them again.
I can dig up the note. I was meaning to give you guys the actual note at the end of the session, wasn't I?
I think you meant to do that like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and I did.
But whatever.
Oh,
who cares?
You're busy thinking up ways to insult us.
I'll give you the proper text after this is over.
Okay.
Of course you will.
Stop moving me.
Of course I will.
So where's the next place? Who wants to go investigate the garden staff?
Oh, not me.
I thought you loved flowers.
What?
You were picking them when we walked in.
You've only picked flowers if you hate them. I picked them to kill them all.
Oh.
Fucking flowers think they're better than me.
I see.
I love
Flowers are so hot.
like psychotic tendencies. I picked
The only
flowers.
member of this party that isn't fucking crazy.
I only picked them because that means they're dead.
Well, you
Now
know
we're
what?
on
We
the
can go
same
talk
page,
to
Sarah.
professional flower murderers, gardeners.
Well,
Garden is murder.
All right. Anyway, we're going to the gardens.
All right.
okay, I guess I'll
Feel
go
free to
with
just dump
it.
yourself off to the side of Fraser over here.
Just plop
Everybody
your fat
just
ass
take
right
a dump.
Okay, done.
Everybody just dump.
Put some trees over here.
Take a dump.
This is how I draw trees.
Yay!
I have no idea where you guys
To
went.
Frasier.
Help.
Went over by Fraser.
Oh, fuck, I went the exact wrong way. And I took my servant with me.
Bernard was never seen again.
I went back to the garden. I thought,
No, we want to go to the other garden under the balcony.
why do rich people have so many gardens?
You are now roughly back where you were, where almost in Morning Sun, where Faustus discovered the blood splattered on the leaf earlier.
That would be quite a twist.
Looking up at the balcony, you can see there are now guards around. Obviously, obviously it has been drawn to the authorities' attention.
Will you stop picking Bernard's nose, Buford?
No, sorry.
It's a sign of friendship, like when
These are the only ones who can solve the murder. Buford's like,
These two idiots picking each other's nose.
Oh, God.
Buford doesn't understand human social contact and thinks it's a sign of friendship.
Neither does Bernard, even though he is a human.
Because Bernard's a fucking idiot.
In Bullywug society, this is how we say hello.
Yeah, exactly.
Bernard's just trying to be socially kind.
If only like society, you just stick your tongue up somebody's nose, sort of squirm it around in
Just
there.
root around for some moments.
Whoa.
We drink through our skin.
We also breathe through our skin. Our skin
I
doesn't
can breathe.
Bullywugs are gross.
I was born in a...
Did you know that the ancient Manchu people used to use oral sex as a way to say goodbye to someone they care about?
That's not true.
It is true. I read on Wikipedia.
on the history of oral sex.
What a complicated way to say goodbye to somebody. You gotta, get into this.
Well, I'm leaving.
No, they did it. They did it because kissing was considered to be gross and crude.
Kissing is
Putting your dick in their mouth.
You think I'm thinking, but this is history. This is real.
I mean, sure.
So what happened when you, left college and you had to say goodbye to, every single person that you...
Bye.
well,
Everybody line up.
Everybody line up.
My dick is raw.
On graduation day, there's just a line of people on both sides. You just have to make your way down.
Man, I left to go to college. Man, my dick was wrinkled and shriveled.
That's right. It took 6 months.
Oh no!
I think this session's over.
This session never even really started.
We talked to the kitchen lady and we talked to the guards. We got stuff done.
I'm happy to keep going.
And that was it.
Those were cutscenes and indirect developments.
Let's keep this shit train rolling. Let's go.
Alright, we're gonna
Keep the
talk
fart
to the gardeners and then end this.
There doesn't appear to be any gardeners immediately around.
Because it's fucking midnight.
That's true, yeah. If you wanted to, it might do well for you to go to bed for tonight and maybe or you could stay out. It doesn't matter.
I'm ending the call. Good night.
No, that's not what I meant.
Oh.
Also, I'm the host. You got in the
I'll find a way.
You're just gonna drive to my house and just end the call.
I know sort of where you live.
You could probably narrow it down based on the pieces of information you have about me and sort of figure it out after a few days.
Didn't you tell me exactly where you live?
What?
I'm pretty sure you told me
Will you people stop talking about things I'm gonna have to cut out and post? Making a lot of work for me. This session is over.
It is.
No!
Let's keep going.
Okay,
God
well,
damn
do
it.
we want to sleep?
Let's go to bed.
or not?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it's probably
session
what we
over.
can do.
Okay, there, we did it.
We'll have an outdoor sleepover and lay in the garden and stare at the stars.
Me and the gardens would be considered suspect by the people who are currently suspecting
We
you.
found 6 people.
Faustus
sleeping
is
in
just gonna
dead
stand.
women's
Faustus is
balcony.
just gonna stand up straight and enter a torpor state.
People.
Just
Can you do
standing.
it pointing menacingly into the girl's room?
Yeah. I'm just gonna stand there menacingly in the shadows while I rest.
You're not serious, right? This is a joke.
Don't tell me.
What are we having a midnight garden picnic or something?
All right.
Let's all have tea. I've always wanted to have tea with you guys.
I'm happy to say that you've all had a night's sleep and just returned if you like, if you don't want to keep things moving.
I think we go to our bedrooms and we have tea with Bernard.
Yeah.
With little cucumber sandwiches.
I have no power over anyone in this game.
And
You sure fucking don't.
and lemon wedges.
We just have
lemon.
How is it that Sir can command the people so effectively and I have no ability to do so
I don't
whatsoever?
know what
I'm
campaign
paying
you were
attention.
watching.
What campaign are you playing?
That's actually a fair point. I don't know what campaign I'm playing in.
I'm paying as much attention as I can.
That's fair. It's not really a question of attention,
Everybody
though.
listen
But
to
anyway,
what I'm doing. I'm making pretty little watercress sandwiches for Bernard to have with her tea. His tea.
Ew.
We're just enacting tea party.
Watercress.
I thought you didn't know how to cook.
I just learned.
Faustus is a very fast learner.
Faustus
I might not know how to cook, but I can put some
He's
watercress.
actually done something.
I can put some watercress and cucumber on a sandwich and cut it into 4 pieces.
How do you cut things? I haven't had a servant in like 300 years.
That's untrue.
10 years, actually. Remember, he's only been dead for like 10 years.
Oh yeah. It's still a long time.
I guess.
To be honest.
Does it have to be?
It's too realistic, to be honest.
You can't be dead for. You can't be a lich that's been dead for 10 years.
Why not? Why can't you be a new
lame.
lich?
It's like having an elf.
Like a 3-digit number.
It's like having an elf that's only 40. It's like.
So, would you guys like to keep playing or not?
We're gonna count this tea party.
Okay.
We finished our tea party and now we're back in the garden.
Okay, we go to bed.
Alright. You want to say that you go to bed and come back tomorrow?
Yeah, that's what the tea party was about. We were
Alright.
in
You were
changed the time.
You briefly returned to Minister. Sorry.
I think that it's a good time to cut off the session.
Thank you for watching Dungeons and Dragons. I hope you enjoyed our incredibly butchered editing. I'm sorry.
Welcome to Let's Dungeons.
I apologize
am
profusely.
I am genuinely sorry for subjecting you to this.
I apologize for being sexually liberated.
Never apologize for being
Never.
sexual.
Let's try that outro again. Thanks.
Give us an outro and actually do it right.
Okay.
Alright, everyone. Thank you for playing. Fuck, I messed that up.
Okay, take 2, take 3.
We're done.
You are so very welcome.
And stop.